Welcome to France. You see the wine vineyards over there. Some goddamn horses right here. We living out here. So let's drink some wine.
Fuck around, find out. 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 Fuck around, find out.
My dad loves France. Since he was young, he and his family would drive there during the hot summer months for 17 years straight. Dad always reminisces about it, and he adores it. It's like he becomes a different person when he goes there. So now, when he's turning 60, me, my girlfriend, and my 90-year-old granddad surprised him there on the day before his birthday. My granddad drove the whole way, the entire 760 kilometers. You could say my dad was pretty surprised.
Kijk nou wat. Nee. Oh, je wist het, jongen. Oh, wat geweldig.
After drinking some wines with the English and French locals, I just felt it again. I wanted to get some wines and some good ones. Because 1 year ago I gave a wine tasting to my loved ones and everybody seemed to like it back then, so maybe I could just do that again. I was set out to get a couple of good wines from Burgundy.
Oh.
And I did. I found 5 amazing wines. From Cave de Chailly I got a Chablis, and an unknown Chardonnay from the Beaujolais, and also a Gamay from the Beaujolais. And from Cave de Mazenay I got a Pinot Noir and an Aligoté. Well, hi. Let me interrupt this little video to tell you a little bit about the wines I just mentioned. I just mentioned 5 wines and maybe you couldn't keep up, and don't worry if you didn't. There's a lot to know about wines and it's hard to really get a hang of it. So let's talk a little bit about Burgundy. Burgundy is in France and it's one of the biggest wine places you can get your wines from. They make a couple wines with a couple type of grapes. They got Pinot Noir, one they make red wine with. It's very sweet, light, fresh. It's nice. They have Chardonnay. You know Chardonnay. I don't think I need to introduce Chardonnay. Aligoté, and Aligoté is a fresher, more flowery type of Chardonnay. First off, this is the anomaly, so let's start with the anomaly. This is a Chablis, and a Chablis is a Chardonnay wine, which is right here on the top of Burgundy. You can get it. It's very specific Chardonnay wine made in Chablis, and that's why it's called a Chablis. The second wine from Burgundy is the Aligoté, more flowery version of the Chardonnay. And you want to have a white wine that has a little bit of freshness, but also a good taste, and this your guy. Get it? And the last one from Burgundy is a red wine, and this is the Pinot Noir. And the Pinot Noir is a classic red wine. It's fresh, it's nice. If you have a thick cut of meat, you know, then a Pinot Noir is very good because it's fresh, it doesn't take away from the meat. Let's talk about what's below Burgundy, because then you have Burgundy, but below there you have something called the Beaujolais. Beaujolais is also just a wine region, just like Burgundy, but they have a little bit of different wines. They have something called a Gamay. Gamay is kind of like the roughed up older brother of Pinot Noir. That's what I got right here. This is a Gamay from the Beaujolais. Very interesting, this one. I haven't tasted a Gamay before, but this is what I heard, and I'm very interested. And last but not least, the white wine from the Beaujolais. Right here you see Beaujolais Blanc. If you see Blanc on a bottle, it's most of the times it's just the regional preferred white grape. If you do not like buttery Chardonnay, please don't get Chardonnay that's aged in oak barrels. That is what gives it its buttery taste. I don't like it. If you don't like it, don't get it. Chardonnay is a great grape. get an unoaked Chardonnay. They're way better. If you have any questions, let me know. I traveled back to Amsterdam, put them all neatly in a wooden bottle rack me and my dad made to sit that rack back on the shelf. But I felt lost. Of course I can drink these wines, give another tasting to my friends, but something was just missing. I felt like there was more to this. Wine is so much more than just a tasty way to get drunk. People spend decades really working on perfecting a craft. In Burgundy alone, it dates back to 1098, and these monks are really in it, experiencing the changes to these grapes firsthand, really understanding something to its very core. And to be honest, I envy that. Well, guess what? I'm going to fucking France to pick grapes. Like, right now. I'm here back in France to pick grapes. I went on a little heist to steal some of them. Don't tell anyone, please. But these are the grapes. These grapes are made to make Pinot Noir, the most prevalent red wine here in Burgundy. Well, I'm not gonna pick only Pinot Noir, I'm also gonna pick Chardonnay, but I'm gonna pick two kinds of grapes, red and white. And you're maybe asking why? Why do you want to pick these grapes? Well, that's a good question, because I was asking that myself as well. When I was very young, I always wanted to work on a farm, experience the farm life a little bit. And I never had a real reason to do so. But now, I'm very interested in wines. I do everything from my computer. And what can a computer really tell you about how something is made, right? Let's be honest. So for that reason, I set out to pick grapes for a bit. I found a place, and it's by this guy, Vincent Royer. He's a 4th generation winemaker, and he makes Pinot Noir, Chardonnay, Aligoté, and he makes Crémant, which is a very local, bubbly wine, a very good wine. So these grapes are going to be the bane of my existence for a little bit. So I maybe will appreciate the work more about how wines are really made. Okay, so some Frenchman just walked over to me and told me that I'm at the wrong place. I'm just keep driving till I see it. Whoa, yes. Domaine Royer. Oh, this looks way better. The other one was super modern, and this is just like rural France. You know what I'm saying? Wish me luck, guys. So, there we go. Come on, tell me that doesn't look good. Going to like a real butcher and getting a good cut of meat was pretty special for me. So I cook with good wine, good meat, I'm drinking it with good wine. So let me enjoy this little taste, and then we're gonna talk through the day. Yo, I'm happy. I'm a happy kid right now. That's fucking good. That's really good. Wait. Let's talk a little bit about the past couple of days. First, I didn't have work. I need to just, settle down, have some fun. Then I had 2 days of work. It was weird getting used to all the cutting. Like, the vineyards are down here, so I needed to duck like this far to get to the grapes, and that for 8 hours long? Are you kidding me? Like, I should have seen that shit coming. That's totally my fault. Like, that's my bad, But my back was absolutely wrecked that day. After I was like, I'm gonna do this work on my knees, like I'm praying to the Lord. You know what I'm saying? So the second day, I had these camo pants with knee pads in them. So I did everything on my knees on the second day. And that was amazing. My back didn't hurt. My knees were totally red and bruised, but that's fine. But then a serious problem came by, and that was I was seriously getting sunburned. I don't think it translates on camera well. I was so red that I was scared that I was gonna get blisters. I talked to John, which is an amazing guy, and he said that I probably had a sunstroke. I felt almost drunk, and I got so low on energy that I was almost crawling for those last grapes. I was down bad for those grapes, So after the second day, I texted Vincent and I said, I'm quitting for a couple days. So I didn't come in for the last 2 days. So I've been here 5 days, and for 2 days I've been working. Now I'm on the 5th day. There are 2 more days that I'm maybe gonna work. I'm just very happy that me and these 30 people got to know each other on that field, picking grapes. Pascal and Greg and Jago and Gabrielle, Maxime, just amazing guys and girls. And women, older women, like women being like 60 and doing that work. Can you think about that? Can you imagine that? My appreciation for wine has gone up tremendously. These people work hard. To see the amount of work that needs to be done, it's absolutely crazy. Do you know how much time goes in a bottle of wine? This bottle of wine, which in a year will have my blood, sweat, and tears on it. You know what I mean? Cheers to a very good experience picking grapes, and maybe 2 more days to come. And maybe my thoughts have changed then. Maybe I'm like, fuck wine. Fuck wine in the end, Like, this is not worth the effort. I don't know. Oh, man. Fuck, what a day. Hello, everyone. New day, new me, isn't it? Oh, wrong window. Everybody wanted some wine from me today. My parents wanted some wine, and I don't know if you can see it, you probably can, but right behind this seat, I got about 15 bottles of wine, which 12 are mine. So I got 3 bottles of the wine place I worked at, and I'm gonna work at tomorrow. And I'm feeling pretty fucking good about it. Right now I'm going to Cave de Cheilly, where I also bought a couple of the first wines I bought the first time I was here, to see if they have any additions to the already 3 bottles I got right now.
De génération en génération en Bourgogne. Comme
Oui.
chez Vincent, le grand-père, le papa, le fils.
Oui, oui.
Ça se transmet un peu comme ça, mais c'est plutôt un don aussi. On aime ou on n'aime pas. Vous comprenez?
C'est très spécial ici.
Oui.
Je suis habité aux Pays-Bas, les vins, on drink.
Ah oui, oui.
Ici, c'est dans les
Dégustation.
cultures.
Oui, oui.
Ouais, ouais, ok.
Par contre, maintenant, le fait que ce soit mondialisé, c'est très cher.
Hmm.
Et le Bourgogne,
Ah ouais,
ça,
ouais.
je trouve ça pas
Hmm.
très bien, quoi.
Okay, so that didn't really go to plan because I didn't get a lot of wine. I did ask her a question. I walked away there with something I maybe shouldn't have done. I walked away with Vincent Royer, where I'm working, so I could have bought it from him for like €3 cheaper, but I was like, you know, I'm gonna support the place. I love this place, so let's just do that. And about 2 other things, and these things aren't wine at all. You drink it after a meal, which is ratafia, but it's from the Bourgogne, and it's like a liquor type, but it's not that heavy. It's only 16%, but you drink this after a meal, and it helps you digest like every aperitif would do. But man, I got something. I kind of splashed on this. When I was in Italy, I got grappa. And if you don't know what the hell grappa is a drink that kind of smells like gasoline. It's really strong. I drank this grappa and I had the night of my life. I was asking people, is there a grappa right here in the Bourgogne? Like a Burgundy version of grappa. And they did say there's kind of a version of that. And I kind of splashed the bag on that. I'm sorry. It's called Marc with a C. Marc de Bourgogne. When they press the grapes, you're left with grapes always. Just the shells and all that. They make alcohol from that, and that's Marc. And it's hard to get for some reason. I went to a couple places and they didn't have it. I'm happy I found it, but I did spend €60 on that bottle, and that is a lot of money. I'm happy though. I got some great stuff, you know. I'm still going to one more place because if you don't know, Côte de Couchois is very famous for their crémant. And crémant, it's kind of like a prosecco type of drink, but they do it in a little bit of a different way here. Bonjour. Yeah, I'm gonna get those. Let me see if he's open even. It's Pierrot. It's a very small French guy, but he has a very beautiful vineyard. So I'm gonna drive there now and see what's up. Oh my god. Yo, you guys won't fucking believe this shit. I got 2 of these fucking boxes. But this man, he gave me a little, you know, something to nibble on. He let me taste like 5 fucking wines. And then I told him about the ratafia. Wait, let me check. What's it called? Ratafia. And he gave me a fucking unmarked bottle from his place for free. He said, enjoy this. You know you're getting some good fucking shit when you get an unmarked bottle from a fucking winemaker. We could even fucking see the fermentation that's going on right now because the harvest is just done. So you could just smell hot red wine in the air. It was amazing. They complimented me both. They're like, I'm so happy young people are still interested in wine. Dude, that's why I'm fucking doing it for this shit, bro! That's why I'm doing this shit. They love this. They love this shit. They love this. They love this. They love this winemaking stuff. Like, they really love it. And that's why I love it, you know? What a good day. Oh, last cigarette. Let's go to the Oval one more time, just to drink a little coffee for the road. Let's do that. Bye house, bye bye. Let's go back home. Back to Amsterdam. Man, this view. That's amazing. Let's get some coffee. Alright, there we are. The Oval. My last coffee before I really take off. The Oval has been the bane of my existence while I was here, you know. I was drinking a lot with the local Englishman.
He's going to cook something nice. This way.
And you know what's funny? I keep trying to think of a logical conclusion to this. How should I end the video? But I think I can't. I just started something. I just got a little bit more experience, and maybe so did you through my video, I guess. This adventure is now over. And that's just weird, isn't it? Well, let's not all get too sappy about this, you know? I just have fun. This is not the end of this.